Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I have used QProfiler to identify a performance issue in the static web server. This happened a couple of weeks ago when I figured out that the performance of the static web server was not so great. I'm going to show you this now. As you may know, a static web server works with virtio-fs and virtio-vsock. It gets the request from virtio-vsock we get the files that serve over HTTP by using virtio-fs. So let's just launch it to see how this works. So for example, to benchmark the web server, what I use is AB that I have it here. So for example, let's just do 10 requests. So we can see that the static web server is answering those requests. And if we check the output of the AB, we can see that the web server is only handling 2 requests per second, which is quite slow compared with others HTTP servers. So to understand better what was going on, what I did is launch QProfiler over a long benchmark. So for example, I'm going to set 1000 requests, launch the benchmark, and then run QProfiler. What QProfiler is going to do is simple sampling the VN and then store the positions in the code where uh, Torio is at the moment of the sample. Then at the end, we simply count the number of time that that position was founded, and at the end we get just a list of functions in which the VN was mostly executed that function. So if we just launch QProfiler, we're going to sample for 20 seconds. So what we get is that the most called function is the delay function. Then we get other functions, but in this video I'm going to focus on the delay function. And when I found this was why this function was called so many times, and then I went to the code to see where this function is called. So let's just stop the test. Um, this function is mostly called in the arc file, which contains code that is architecture dependent. So, for example, what I found was that I was using delay in the end of interruptions function. This function is called at the end of an interruption handler, and it is telling the APIC that the interruption has already been handled, so the API can trigger another interruption. For some reason, I was adding a delay of 10 milliseconds for each end of interruptions. This is too much time consuming because for each interruption, we are adding a 10 millisecond delay, which has no sense. And I don't exactly remember why I did it. So what I did was simple comment this line and then launch the test again. For this, I'm going to launch virtio-fs, relaunch static web server, and then let's just relaunch AB, but with simple 10 request. So we can see already that the test has run much more faster. For example, now we can see that we have 34 requests per second. If we launch a longer test, like for example 1000. We can relaunch QProfiler and then see if the still the delay function is the most called function. We can see already that the 1000 requests are taking less time than before. And here we can see that the most called function has completely changed. So we remove that bottleneck in the delay function. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just a simple video in which I present how I have identified a performance issue. The original issue was to set up that delay in the end of interruption. So it was due to bad coding, and it's not like a bottleneck. So, but in any case, the use of QProfile allows me to quickly identify that issue that maybe I will not be able to identify if I don't know why it's taking so much time. So thank you very much and see you soon.